To appeal to your sense of pardon this evening, please say I'm doing so. I understand that we are all charged up, and for the spur of the moment, the emotions are high. This is the biggest office. It is understandable that we will make noise, but please assist us so that we can get the best out of the aspirants. Ours is to shine the light on them. Theirs is to illuminate based on what they have in them. Please and please, please and please, it's okay to make that noise, but you know when it's going way below the belt. Please and please, I am pleased to operate together. A luta continua. God bless you. Gentlemen, congratulations first for deeming it fit to put your weight behind this big task. Trust me, for you to have thought about this, that means you are wonderful. Please celebrate yourself. I want us to establish a ground norm of active engagement in this discussion. To have a ground norm, please and please. We want to have the most civil. For me, I always emphasize the word civil because I do not like unnecessary banters. Please and please, you are gentlemen of high intellectual capacity. Let us demonstrate that. All eyes are on you, and the questions, please answer them. Understand the question before you answer them, please. All eyes are on you, and the whole world is watching you, even remotely. So I am pleading, let us do that. Trust me, you're all presidential. You're all amazing people. So we're going to be asking you questions one after the other. Most of these questions are generic. Just perhaps we will have a few specific questions. Okay? So please and please engage in the best form that we can have. Thank you. Just to start with, we would like to meet you one after the other. Tell us your name. Any other thing you want us to know in 1 minute.
Greatest Nigerian student, you. All right, thank you very much for the question, chairman of the panelists. My name is Joshua Gbadebo. I am popularly called Bade. I am an aspirant of the post of Funaabsu president. And before you all today, I can tell you that among all presidential candidates that are here with me today, we can have the best option here. In the sense that we've been looking forward to a Funaabsu that is out of the archaic world into the revived world of innovations. And here I'm standing before you all today to assure you of that innovation you've all been longing for. And that is why I say, I am here to lead with an art that is in sync with yours. So, fabulous Funabites, join me as we ride along. Thank you very much.
And of the greatest Nigerian students. Ever conscious Funabites, ever militant Funabites, I want to say, I want to yarn, I want to inculcate, I want to imagana, I want to calculate. Kulukulu, this is the physical and metaphysical appearance of Senator Meshach Anthony Nwankwo, popularly, politically, spiritually, socially, intellectually, cerebrally, called Mesh. I'm a 400-level student from the prestigious College of Veterinary Medicine, and it is my intention to serve you.
I'm sorry I have to cut you short, you ran out of time.
You are student, yo.
Cautious Nigerian students, yo. Articulate Nigerian students, yo. Articulate quick. Standing before you is Honorable Comrade Idowu Emmanuel. But before I proceed, I would like to give you a quote that says, a leader is someone who sees more than others, sees more far than others, and sees before others. Also a quote by John C. Maxwell. And I say, he says, and he quote and I says, that, he quote and I says, a leader is one who shows the way. And by virtue of nomenclature,
I'm sorry, I have to cut you short. Your 1 minute is over. Please pass the mic. Saying,
sorry, Tilapia.
since the others are not ready to introduce themselves. So the next question.
greatest Funaabite. Greatest Funaabite. Funaabite. Standing before you is the physical appearance of Comrade Adekufe Oluwamayowa, popularly and politically addressed as Tilapia. As what? Tilapia. I'm a 400 level student from the Department of Agriculture and Fisheries Management, Colem. I'm contesting for the office of Funaabsu President in this forthcoming election. It's an honor having you guys this evening journey with me as I tell you my plans and intentions. Thank you so much.
Of the greatest Nigerian students, yo. Articulate Nigerian students, yo. This is the voice and the physical appearance of Comrade Adeboluwatife Daniel, a 400 level of animal breeding and genetics, running for the post of Funaabsu President. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, please let's be calm. All right. So, make in brief and concise manner, kindly describe your leadership skills, yes, your leadership experience with reference. So you can tell us maybe you led something, but you have to like be specific with reference, something like evidence. Do we understand my question? All right.
All right. Thank you very much for that question. Before getting admission into this school, I was formerly a student of the Polytechnic Ibadan. Formerly a student of the Polytechnic Ibadan, where I served in 2017 as a departmental honorable in the Department of Computer Science, the Association of NACOS. We call it NACOS. Then in 2018, I served as the SUG Senator for the Polytechnic Ibadan. Then in my admission into the Funab, I served in 2020 as 2021 as a student barrister in the 5th Funaabsu Judiciary Council. Then in 2023, the present year, I am currently serving as the Deputy Speaker for the College of Physical Science Students Association. Thank you.
Sorry, how many students did you lead in your Polytechnic? Students were under your leadership then. Just the numbers, please.
All right, thank you. The Department of Computer Science has total number of above 5,000 students in the department alone. So I was a leader of above 5,000 students in the Department of Computer Science, the Polytechnic Ibadan.
I would like to remind you that it's 19,700 now. So pass it to the next person.
Greatest Funaabite. Greatest Funaabite. Leadership is all about empathy, the ability to understand and feel the average feeling of a random person. I started my political journey right from 100 level. I served as the HOC of my department, AQFM. I proceeded in serving as the publicity secretary of my college. That's Colemsa.
I served as the public relations officer of the Funaabsu Student Union government in the previous administration. One of the best administration, arguably. And now I'm contesting for the office of the Funaabsu president. Thank you so much.
Next person.
Yeah, standing before you is a dream man. I started my political journey right from Federal College of Education, Abeokuta, Oshiele, in 2017, where I contested for the post of General Secretary of my faculty, and that is Faculty of Science, Science and Institute of Nigeria, where I contested for General Secretary, and I emerged as the winner. Of course, later in the same year, when I emerged, I was nominated to be part of the committee, electoral committee that conducted the SUG election of Adeoti Segun Adebayo. That was 2018, who emerged as the student union president of that particular year, and I was the PRO. Of course, later, I was nominated to be the electoral chairman that conducted the Yewa Awori student that same year. Of course, coming here to Funab, I served at 5th Judicial Council under the leadership of Adebari Ismail. And I was a barrister and a lead barrister of my chamber, Valiant Chamber. And serving presently, I am serving as the honorable in my college, which is Cobra, College of Bioscience and Representative Assembly, and of course, serving at the same time as social director of National Association of Postgraduate Students.
Sorry, one question. How many students did you lead for Oshiele? How many students were they?
When was that, sir? Ma?
You said...
No. No, when was that?
Okay, I said the number of students. You said you were president, right, at Oshiele one time? What president? General Secretary, sorry.
General Secretary 2017.
Yes, so how many students were you disseminating information to and all of that? They were anchoring?
Over 10,000 students.
Over 10,000 students in Oshiele?
Yes.
Next person.
Greatest Nigerian students. Kulu. I have this philosophy that you cannot give what you don't have. Since I gained admission into Funab in 100 level, I was privileged to be elected as the head of class for VET 100 level. Until date, I hold that post. I served as a member of the AVMS monitoring committee in my college, and I served as a member of the independent electoral committee in my college in 100 level. In 200 level, I was privileged to be appointed as the 4th substantive court registrar of the Student Union. And I was court registrar for over 20,000 seen and unseen physical and metaphysical Funabites. I was privileged to be voted in as the provost for the Nigerian Federation of Catholic Students, Funab chapter. I was privileged to be the chairman of the proverbial-led administration's task force on ASU matters in the 2019/2020 session. Go and verify. I was also privileged to be among those that gallantly led and fought for the reinstatement of comas. So the colents that you know today is due to the struggle of certain individuals. In 300 level, I was voted in as the National General Secretary of an NGO that is active in over 9 campuses in Nigeria. I became an honorable representing COVET at the 27th Student Representative Assembly. And while I served under the Ale Sheyi-led administration, I was privileged to be appointed the Secretary of the House Committee on Safety, Security, and Empowerment. If you remember, that was when we were having series of robbery and rape cases off campus. The intervention of my committee in liaising with the union, the school management, and security operatives led to the curbing of rape and robbery off campus. Go and verify. Also, I was elected as the hostel governor of my off-campus hostel, Divine Grace Hostel. Go and verify. Also, I was voted in as the assistant tech coord of my church. Go and verify. In my 400 level presently, I was privileged, or rather, I am privileged to be representing the intellectual students of the College of Veterinary Medicine at the legislative arm of the union. And still, I was privileged to be appointed as the chairman of the House Committee on Special Duties. Permits me to interject. In 300 level, when I served as an honorable before the constitution was amended, I was given the award for the parliamentarian of the year. Go and verify. In 400 level also, I got that same award as the parliamentarian of the year. Go and verify. Also, I was privileged to be one of the facilitators of the leadership training for the current set of student union executives. Also, I am the technical coordinator of the Nigerian Federation of Catholic Students Funaab chapter. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ubuntu.
Of the greatest Funaabite. First of all,
thank you very much. Let's have decorum, please.
Audience, as much as possible, I want us to be very calm so that we can hear what we are delivering from here. And the adjudicators, I feel you are not fair enough by giving time to more one aspirant than the other.
Please permit me to interject you. That last question, there was no time for it. It was the opportunity for you all to sell yourself.
Thank you for your discretion. My name is Comrade Boluwatifedada Daniel. In 100 level, when I gained admission to Funaab, I was actually a student. Then 200 level, I served as the NAS Representative Assembly as an honorable member representing the prestigious Department of Animal Breeding and Genetics. Evidence Day. This is certificate of office. NAS Representative Assembly. So in 2020, I contested for the Office of Director of Welfare and Business, Funaabsu, and I won, and I served as the Director of Welfare and Business, SUG. This is the certificate of return. So evidence choke. I believe that with capacity and experience, permit me to use pidgin. Apart from that, I've embarked on community-based development projects. I work hand in hand with community around Funaab, the likes of Harmony, Accord, Labuta, and Agbede. You can fact check. During the restoration of electricity at Accord, I was part of the process, engaging the community stakeholders and being a bridge between them and the students to ensure that there is electricity in that area. In Harmony, the transformer beside Borikpe, where Senator Mesh lives, in his hostel, there was no light. I was the one who facilitated how they brought transformer. You can attest to it. Now, let's move to Labuta and Agbede. I was not serving when I was part of the process. I was not an executive, but I believe in community-based development, helping people, making sure that people around you, they are doing fine and they are living comfortably well. So, I joined the process. We did fundraising. It was hectic and all, but at the end of the day, we were able to have success. And now they have electricity, they have new transformer. In Labuta, they bought transformer too recently. So evidence choke, you can fact check me. Thank you. My name is Comrade Bode.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Alake, through the next.
All right. Briefly, I just want to take us back to history. I want to take us back to history. Every one of us here will be opportune to be on campus for about 3 to 4 years. And actually, I want each of you to tell us the name of the president back as far down the line. Every one of us here is in 400 level, right? 300. Okay, let's take it to 3 years. You tell us the name of the president. You tell us possibly the students' population number. Then you tell us about the revenue generated. We have the knowledge of that. Then you tell us about the present administration's budget. Is that clear? Is the question clear? Is the question clear? All right. I said, all right, we are going back to history. And just 3 years down the line, you tell us the name of the president for that particular year. You tell us of the students. You tell us the budget for that particular year. Is that clear? Is that clear? All right. Anybody can start first.
We have 1 minute.
Greatest Nigerian student.
Tilapia. Comrade Tilapia.
Greatest Nigerian student.
Comrade Tilapia.
Thank you so much, sir.
We have 1 minute for this session. 1 minute.
All right, thank you. Yeah, the previous administration was the Aleshei-led administration, Team WTMG. The one before Aleshei was the Comrade Proverbial-led administration. Before Comrade Proverbial, that was Comrade Tawakalit Deola-led administration. In the previous administration, the Aleshei-led administration, I served as the PRO. The budget was over 17,000 students, over 17,000 Funaabs. Presently, we have over 19,600 and something. So the previous administration, over 17,000 Funaabs. Comrade Proverbial-led administration, the budget generated was over 12 million naira.
The time is up, Comrade Tilapia.
Thank you so much.
All right. Please, hello, please, can we...
One love. Kulu kulu.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for that powerful
Thank you very much.
Hold on, please.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. From my 100 level, the president then was Comrade Michael, popularly called Proverbial. Oloyede, yeah. Comrade Michael Oloyede, popularly called Proverbial. And in the then administration, I remember the record of the students that I didn't verify, but that used to be mentioned, was 15,000 above. That I had certainly. And the revenue generated, there was no said amount that was publicized to the student populace. The only thing I can base on was the budget that was presented then that I could remember vividly, which we checked out when it was publicized by the it was not SRC, it was not SRA then. It was SRC then. So
SRA.
It was SRA then before it was ratified to
Comrade Bade, your time is up, please.
Thank you.
In 1819, that was... In 1819, that was Comrade...
He said 1819 or what? Okay, all right, okay.
The SCJ president, I'm saying, in 1819, that was Comrade Tawakalit Adiola, popularly known as Diola. And 1920, that was Comrade Oloyede Michael, popularly known as Proverbial. And in 2020-2021, we have Ale Oluwaseyi, and that was 20. And Ale Oluwaseyi, that was 2020-2021 administration. And in 1819 administration, the number of students then was around 15,000, where they put million naira. And in 1920, that was Oloyede Michael Abiodun, that was our proverbial. The budget then was around 12.5 million naira. And 2020-2021, we have Comrade Alesheyi, and that was 13 million naira.
Your time is up. Next person. Your time is up.
Thank you, thank you.
Up next.
According to the question, 2019-2020, Comrade Oloyede Michael served as the president of the student union government, called Proverbia. And the total number of students then, rough estimate is around 15,000 students. And the revenue, they didn't disclose it, but it should be more than 10 million plus. Then that was 2019-2020 academic section. For 2020-2021 academic section, Comrade Ale Oluwaseyi became the student union president, and I served under him as the welfare director. We have 18,000 students then, and the total income, the revenue was 13 million plus. The figures I didn't know, but it was above 13 million. And now, Comrade Abibullah Kehinde, popularly called Kenyology, is the one serving as the president now. And we have 19,700
your time is up.
700 students.
Comrade Bold.
Thank you.
Articulate Nigerian students. I came in during the tenure of powerful comrade Jola, and we had roughly about 15,000 Funabites. I do not know the budget. I do not know the income. During the Proverbial-led administration in 1920, we had 15,000 plus seen and unseen Funabites. And the budget was between 11 million and 12 million. The income, the revenue then was between 13 to 14 million. During the Ali-led administration in 21-22, we had 17,000 plus seen and unseen Funabites. And the budget was roughly 13 million. The revenue was roughly between 13 to 15 million.
Thank you, Comrade.
During the Kenyology.
Thank you, Comrade. Senator Mesh, thank you.
All right, thank you for that section. Yeah, the reason for... All right, thank you for that section. Over to you, Senator.
Like they say, if we don't learn from history, we are doomed to make the same mistakes. Now, I would also take you back in history, but I would take a different approach. I would want you to specify each administration, their biggest issues and their biggest success. In your own words, in your opinion, what you feel the biggest issues of each administration was and their biggest success. Thank you very much. You have
Thank
1
you very
minute.
much. I think I'll take that first.
Just one per person.
I'll give kudos to the Ali Sheyi-led administration for being able to battle insecurity. That was the major threat they had. And their major achievement was the introduction of keke and intra-campus movements. Thank you.
Greatest Nigerian students. Greatest Nigerian students. Senator Mesh, I love the fact that you gave kudos to Ali Sheyi-led administration.
We are not here to fact check. You have your ground. Make your own statements. Then the panelists will fact check. Thank you very much.
I was reckoning the fact that I gave Ali Sheyi administration one of the best. I served as the PRO. So that's the plus. So the previous administration, which I served as the PRO, we faced a whole lot of issues, transportation issues, security issues. The first of its kind, we brought in tricycles. That was Keke Napep. it has never been in the history of Funab for any administration to bring on tricycles. We had sensitization programs to make students self-conscious on security issues, informing the Elewero Police State Division, the Amoli Police State Division. It was a plus. We brought in Korope, more than 7.
Next person.
Thank you so much.
All right. I would take this administration as my case study. This administration has done so well with innovations. I give that credit to them and the team they built up. But I saw that behind the innovations, there were plans that were unable to be executed. What I mean is, there is a vision, but the execution process were delayed. So these visions were not all executed. So that is the only part I can point out of this current administration.
Can you identify those visions?
All right. Take, for example, the 33rd just concluded anniversary of the Funaabsu. There were a lot of programs like that was listed to be done. And there was a whole lot of plans they wanted to bring on board. But I can see that there were limitations to them. Some of the time we had issues with, there was a day we actually had to cancel an event.
Thank you, Comrade Bade. Time is up.
I will use this present administration as the case study. This present administration, the issue they faced, I would say increment of school fee, which they battled and they tried their best, because we are human beings and we are not perfect. Yoruba usually says, Ori ole eyolerin ki ori mami and tori bami eye ole gesi. So they've tried their best, but there's more or limit to what they can do. And currently, they've tried their best as the achievement, making sure that we have minimum and maximum security in the community. Thank you.
Thank you for that brilliant question. For me, I will cite a case study which is Alesheyi's administration as an example. Our biggest issue then was transportation. The Funab community experienced ethic transportation system, and we were able to combat that by introducing Keke Marua on campus. We negotiated with the management too to get introduction of gas in school hostel. That was a landmark achievement, and that came personally from my office when I served as Director of Welfare and Business. So I learned from the best. So there are issues, but we'll solve it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. For the next couple of questions, I'm going to be asking you directly. I'm going to be drilling you. So I want to get to know your understanding of the university system, your understanding of the Constitution, and some practical questions I'm going to take my time to ask you. So to start with, let's talk about the university in itself. What do you know about Funab? So by giving you hints, I want to hear a bit of the history of Funab that you know. I want to talk about the landmass. I want you to talk about the structure, the leadership hierarchy. I want you to talk about the units that you know that are existential. I want you to talk about certain facts that a lot of students would not or do not know about Funab. Because as someone who wants to preside over a university which a plural society as this, it requires you to have a broad understanding of that university in itself, even beyond an average student. So we want to see that. It is open to you all. I'm taking it one at a time. All of the ones I mentioned, then I'll come back to Constitution and another one.
Sorry, sir. How many minutes for this question?
2 minutes each.
Thank you for that. All right. From my knowledge of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, I understand that I might not be very precise with the years. Please permit me to do that. But I understand that before it turned to Funab, it was an affiliated school with Unilag. And from there, it turned to FUTAP, if I can remember, Federal University of Technology, Abeokuta, in conjunction with not just FUNAB, but with 4 other institutions. Then in the year, then finally, I can't remember the year, but it was it now turned to the Federal University of it's on to University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Then later on, it's changed to the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Please, I'm very sorry for not mentioning the actual years. Then, as regards the hierarchy that we have, which had been mentioned before now, we have the Vice Chancellor, we have the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, and the Deputy Vice Chancellor. Then we have the registrar. Then we have the librarian is actually the 5th person. So those are the things I have and more than that because of the time frame, please.
All right, before you go, I just want to be sure that all of you had the questions very well.
Hello. Yeah, this school before is called University of Agriculture Abeokuta, which is UNAB, and it was started at Isalegbeyin in Abeokuta, and before it was being relocated to Funaab Alabata, and this particular place is all about the land mass is around 969 hectares of land, not acres, hectares of land, 9,000 hectares of land, and of course in 1988 is when we have the Nimbe Adedipe Library, which is being named after the Professor Nimbe Library, Nuruddin, which is the professor, the vice chancellor of the school then. And presently, according to the hierarchy of the university, I will say we have the chancellor, the pro-chancellor, the vice chancellor, the deputy vice chancellor academic, the deputy vice chancellor development, the registrar and the secretary, the bursar, and the librarian, according to the hierarchy of the management. And of course, we have the union building, the student union, being started around 1991, which is being held, or the first person to become the first student union government then, Chief Omotola Adebowale, which is the first union government president then. And of course, personally, we have Olusola Babatunde, Professor Olusola Babatunde, as the current vice chancellor of this, our style of learning. Thank you and God bless you.
Nigerian students. Well, I won't take your time, but what I know about my beloved institution is that it started at Isalegbeyin, and later on it's moved to Alabata, and it has a very wide expanse of land extending down to Mawoko, and Funab currently is the 2nd best university in sub-Sahara West Africa. And by the grace of God, when I emerge, I intend to try my best, along with members of my cabinet, to push that position to Funab being the first university and best in sub-Sahara West Africa. Ubuntu!
Greatest Funaabite. Greatest Funaabite. Funab is a federal institution, the only agricultural institution in Ogun State. It started from Isalegbeyin before it moved down to Alabata in the year 1997. It has a landmass of over 10,000 acres. Funab is situated in southwestern part, Nigeria. We have the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, the Bursar, the Registrar, Librarian, Organography. Funab has 10 colleges. I know you know, I'm telling you more. Funab has 10 colleges and is the 2nd best presently in Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Bo.
Federal.
Hello. Kulu Kulu.
Hope you are learning. Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, was founded in the year 1983. It started in Izalegbeyin, and they moved down to Alabata, which is the present location. This institution was over 10,000 acres of land, and in the order of management, we have the chancellor, we have the vice chancellor, we have the deputy vice chancellors, which are the academic and the development aspects. We have the registrar, we have the bursar, we have directorates. We have directorate of farms, we have directorate of health services, we have student affairs, and some ICPD and some other directorates that comprise of the university body at large, and which we will be working with as the student union president, because it is a place where you have to relate with the management and give feedback from students, negotiate and make sure things are smoothly. So that's it for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I think everyone tried, even though there are a lot of things that you could have added, but it's okay, it's a good job, well done. So the next crop of questions will still be around your knowledge about certain things. Let's go to the Funaabsu Constitution. So I want to ask you, this is just a direct question and answer. I'll start with Drayman. Which article of the Funaabsu Constitution has the details of the executive in it?
Article 2.
Correct. Next person. Which article has that of the judiciary in it? Which article in the Funaabsu Constitution has the details of the judiciary in it? Use the mic. Yes, which article of Funaabsu Constitution has the details of the judiciary in it?
Okay. Article 5, Article 6, sir.
All right, correct. Next person. Talk about the electoral, the FUNEC. Which article can we find it?
FUNEC is in Article 6. Sorry, FUNEC is in Article 9.
Correct.
Of the Constitution.
Bold. Mesh. What is JCA? What's your understanding? What does JCA means from the Constitution?
Greatest Nigerian students. The Joint Consultative Assembly, constitutionally referred to as the JCA, is comprised of the members of the Funaabsu Executive Council, the members of the legislative arm, and members of the judiciary arm of student union government.
Thank you. Thank you. Bold. The SRA is in which article of the Constitution? Hello?
The SRA is in Article 4.
Article 4 is wrong.
That should be 3.
Article 3.
3.
All right. Okay. So we've talked about the Constitution. Now, let us ask a bit of a more practical question. Comrade Tilapia, if you are to erect, I won't direct this question to you. Let me start with Bold. If you are to erect a banner in front of the school, what is the procedure?
Thank you. If you are to erect a banner in the front of the school, first you have to inform the Directorate of Public Affairs, which is the public relating department. You have to inform them. You have to inform the Chief Security Officer because of the security implication, and if the access is granted, you you have to put it there.
All right. For a point of correction, there is no Directorate of Public Affairs. It is Directorate of Public Relations.
Yes, I mentioned. Thank you.
Mesh. So if you are to address a letter to the Vice Chancellor, what is the procedure?
Great Nigerian students. There is hierarchy, and you have to go through first as a student union president. We write through the dean of the Student Affairs Division. Then we go and submit the letter to the office of the Vice Chancellor.
You don't submit to the DSA?
We have a copy. Usually, you go with 2 copies. One will be stamped and recorded in the Student Affairs Division, while the other is taken to submit. No, 3. You keep one, you submit one in the DSA, and you drop one at the Vice Chancellor's office.
So when you go there to submit letter, what are you expected to do?
You are expected to see the secretary and ensure that the letter is received and stamped, and you have a copy while you go and submit the copy for the Vice Chancellor's office.
Thank you. Beautiful. Dreamer.
Okay.
If you hear that the cab men at camp,
The cabman.
the cab drivers at camp indiscriminately increase the fee, what would you do? What is the procedure?
This is what I will do. Firstly, I would like to write to the head of the cabman at the park, whereby we'll be having a dialogue, a roundtable meeting. I would like to ask when and how and who, which plate number, or is the number of the person that, task people. And I will ask, then we'll now go through proper investigation, whereby from the head of the cabman, then they will be able to provide the person with the plate number, and then it will be moved to the disciplinary committee, whereby the student also, that they said, okay, the person, the cabman is assaulting them, they will be there, and we'll be asking them,
all right,
okay, when and when.
Thank
and
you,
how,
Comrade Dreamer. Actually, the
to
question is
stop people.
not that when someone extorts, is that when the cabmen indiscriminately increase the charge, but it's okay.
Okay, increase.
It's okay, it's fine,
Okay.
well done. Comrade Bade. So if you are to, 1 hour, please. So if the Vice Chancellor calls for a meeting, and the first question is, how many persons or personality make up the principal officer of the union?
Thank you very much for that. 4 people makes up 4. Principal officer of the union are 4 people.
Okay.
The president, the vice president, the senate president, and the chief judge.
That's wrong, actually. All the executives, every member is a member of the union.
You said principal officers, that's what you said.
Exactly. They are all principal officers.
According to the constitution, sir.
Okay.
According to the constitution,
okay,
we have the principal officer that comprises of the president, the vice president, the senate president, and the chief judge. Afterward, we have the key, it was stated there in the constitution, key officers that comprises of all other executives. Okay. Please, you can verify, sir.
Okay. Comrade Tilapia. One house. If you get a call by the Vice Chancellor that you are to come with 10 people, if you get a call by the Vice Chancellor that you have to come with 10 people to have a meeting, a critical meeting, let's say around, it borders around school fee, increment of school fee, and there's need for a dialogue. Who are the people you will take along?
Thank you so much. 10 people, the president of the union, the senate president, the chief judge, then Those are the 3 principal offices. So I can then, after the 3, I'm left with 7 offices. The Vice President, General Secretary, the office of the Public Relations Office. That's to make how many?
That's how many?
That's to make 5.
No, that's like
President,
6 or 7.
Vice President, General Secretary, President, Vice President, General Secretary, PRO.
4.
Senate President.
5.
Chief Judge.
6.
Deputy Senate President. Clerk. Deputy Clerk. Sergeant at arms.
What about your welfare director? What about your welfare director?
Welfare director too. And the welfare.
All right.
To make 10.
Okay, that's a good try. But next time, or should you have the opportunity, there are other key stakeholders whose contribution always matters. Sometimes they don't necessarily have to be people holding posts. So you know how to select the best of people as a team. You want to say something?
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. The thing is, you said 10 people from the union, but before I'll be able to go and meet the Vice Chancellor with my union officers, with my colleagues, there's a way we would have done a dialogue with college presidents, departmental association presidents, key stakeholders from different colleges across the institution. So we'll be representing their opinion at the Vice Chancellor's office.
All right, thank you. So the next round of questions. Now let's talk about. Hello, thank you. So let's talk about our state of affairs as students. So mention 6 lecture halls in Funab and state the condition of each.
Can I mention them first?
Can you mention?
Presently, we are in Yakub Mahmoud.
Absolutely.
We have Jao 3.
Name the condition of each hall.
Yakub Mahmoud is one of the lecture theaters in Funab. The condition is okay. We have the chairs well arranged. There is a difference between a condition being okay and perfectly okay. The condition in Yakub is okay. We have Jao 3. The condition of Jao 3 is below average. The chairs are not accordingly arranged. The fans, the AC, the air condition are faulty. So that's to make 2. We have Jao 1, the same condition as Jao 2. Then Jao 3, we have Jao 2, the same condition as Jao 3. Then we have 1,000 capacity lecture theater, which from my own end is above average. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Next person. Do you have an idea what the average bed spaces in the hostel is?
Okay, depending on each hostel, for yachts, there is 8 bed spaces in yachts. For
total.
The total. Yeah. All right, for each hall, when I calculated over 562 bed spaces in all of residents that we have.
Thank you. All right. Comrade Dreamer. Please, let's maintain perfect decorum. All right. You presently serve as you are the member of your Cobra, yes. Right? So, what are the issues of Cobra with the executive, and why is it happening?
I will purposely say, firstly, there should be a separation of power. And where there is separation of power, every arm of government will know how to do things in their respective arm of government. And when there's no separation of power, then things will not be going where there will be issues. I think there is no room for separation of power. That is what really happened. But it has been resolved through the understanding of the Constitution by all arms of government. Thank you.
All right. Comrade Mesh, you are a student of veterinary medicine. Understandably, anyone in vet, we all understand what it means to be in vet. And the last time someone from VET held an office, which was the office of the General Secretary, and though we have someone holding the office of the Deputy Senate President presently, however, the executive has the load of work of the day-to-day running of the union. How do you think you want to marry the ability to serve as the president, being the first point of contact at every issues and circumstances, with being a VET student in going to 500 level?
Thank you very much. Greatest Nigerian students. Firstly, I want to appreciate powerful comrade T. Moderate for that question. And I want to pick from what he said that we had a GenSec in the person of powerful comrade Dr. Ambo, who served in the executive. Now, like I said, you cannot give what you don't have. I have been involved in student unionism since my 100 level days as a VET student. I have held different offices as a VET student, and I have been doing it and balancing with my academics. If I were not in good standing, VET would have kicked me out because excellence cannot be compromised. Permit me to leave you with this illustration. For the guys here, when you meet a girl for the first time and you are attracted to her, you make out time for her. But when there's someone else around the corner and probably you're tired of the relationship, you start coming up with excuses. I can't do this, I was in school, I had a test, I can't see you. You know, you keep making excuses. Why? Because she is no longer a priority. Therefore, it all boils down to prioritizing what you want. When you set your priorities, every day I wake up by 4 a.m. so that I can meet up with my day-to-day activities and leadership roles. So being the president of the student union, it is a union with a cabinet. It is not only the president that will perform the functions of everybody. And the constitution grants us the right or the privilege to have committees that handle different sectors that may affect students. So, Mr. Moderator, sir, being the president of the of Funaabsu Student Union is not going to in any way stop my involvement actively in the union or my academics.
All right, thank you. Comrade Bold. Kulu Kulu. Right, Comrade Bold. You have served as the Director of Welfare. And I would also ask Tilapia the same question. You served as the Director of Welfare during Sheyi Ali-led administration. So what inspired you to want to serve as the President? At least there are others whom you served together who were saying lower level, who see no reason to want to contest for anything. So what inspired you to want to contest for the President? For the office of the President?
Aluta. When I say aluta, you say continua. Aluta. Victoria. You see, for me, I'm a man driven by purpose. Serving as the welfare director of this great citadel of learning, I've been able to manage the affairs and the well-being of over 18,000 students, day and night. When the struggle was tough, I was there. In the night, I was there. In the morning, I was there. Anytime when there were issues, I rose up and I attend to those issues. Students had challenges, security challenges, health challenges. I stood up for them. So decision-making role is important in anything you do. And as a team player too, there is a time where you are a follower and you have to lead. I've served under somebody, and I have the experience and capacity, the capability to lead great people, great mind, intellectual people to do great things. So this is why I'm running for the office of the Student Union President. And I have what it takes. I have the experience. I'm the most capable person for this job. Thank you.
All right, Comrade Tilapia. So I will ask you the same question. You both, yourself and Comrade both serve in the same administration. So, and you are aware he is contesting, and you are also contesting. So, what is your own inspiration? And let me reserve this one, but answer that one first.
Greatest Funaabite. Articulate Funaabite. Thank you so much. Having served as a union officer in the previous administration, I've noticed challenges regular students, regular Funaabites face. I intend to manage these challenges if I emerge as the Funaabsu president in conjunction with other elected officers and the school management with my 7-point agenda. Aside my 7-point agenda, the main reason I'm contesting for the office of the Funaabsu president is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feeling of an average Funaabite. My 7-point agenda include technological advancement.
Sorry, I would have to cut you short. When we get to manifesto next week, you get to talk about that. Thank you very much. Okay, Comrade Badi. You are serving in co-office as the deputy speaker of the Representative Assembly, and I think you guys use CEC or something. CRA, Co-Official Representative Assembly. So this is the first time you are having that body in your college. But for some reasons, your speaker resigned. So does it mean that there are issues that the leadership from amongst yourself cannot resolve? And if that cannot be done, how do you think issues at the student union level can be resolved with your own personal intervention? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman of the panelists, for that wonderful question. The resignation of my speaker then was a personal decision. It didn't come out of issues among ourselves. I can tell you of the truth. Issues arise, certainly, at every level of life. But it depends on the person within the issues, how much he wants to stay. But personally, he decided to leave. And if you can go back to my college, the CRA still stand. So the moment my speaker left, we could have dissolved the whole assembly and said we are all packing out. But I was doing my IT in Lagos, VI. I had to come down every weekend to ensure that there is meeting being held for resolution purposes. I go back very late at night and still come back very early, sometimes when I have meeting with my college advisor, just to ensure that things are put in place. There are many people here who can bear me witness of those circumstances. So I acted as the speaker for just one sitting, and the same sitting, we appointed a new speaker. We did a by-election, and a new speaker was elected. And now I can tell you that he made his own decision by himself, on his own decision, but that does not mean that we didn't resolve the matters that was up in our college. We did that, and that is why we still have the first Co-Official Representative Assembly standing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Comrade Draper. Your college as well, Co-Bios. To the best of my knowledge, just this afternoon, they were in student courts. And you are a member of the Representative Assembly of that college. It has been your own contribution to resolve the issues before it went out of hand to the point of the judiciary.
Thank you. I will tell you there are protocols for everything. And we all know, and we do say, that the judicial arms of government is the last hope of every student. And of course, that is the third arms of government. Meaning that if executive or legislative were unable to solve the issue purposely because of one or two constraints, definitely the Judicial Council will be the one to settle it. And with that, having series of dialogue and there is no positive result, definitely we don't have to waste time than to consult proper channel for the issue to be solved.
So what has been your own personal contribution?
Of course, we've written series of letters, series of calls to the executives, but still, they are not responding. And due to that, even meeting them physically, and still they are not responding. And we can't take up the issue ourselves and judge, definitely. We'll have to have a last hope of every student to judge so that we can all see that, okay, this is the last result of everything.
All right, thank you. Comrade Mesh, you are in the College of Veterinary Medicine, and you have been in the student union quite fine, but there has been a bit of apathy from your college to at the student union level. But all of a sudden, you begin to aspire for the presidency, and we have a lot of people from COVETs, now jettisoning at their academics to work with you, to go around with you, to campaign with you. Is it now because they think that it is time for COVID to have a president that they now come out in that numbers, or what exactly transpired?
Thank you very much. Greatest Funaabite. Firstly, permit me to take you on a journey. When I was in 100 level, the General Secretary was Comrade Dr. Ambo. In 200 level, I was the court registrar. The Chief Judge then was Honorable Dr. Mubin. In 300 level, the DSP. In 400, the DSP currently is Yusro. I'm just trying to tell you this because we have been involved in the union. How I feel that question should be framed is that interest has started being developed amongst COVET students. Now, you used the word jettison. Jettison, for me, rather, is a strong word because we have learned and imbibed the culture of balancing academics with religiosity, with balancing academics with social life, with balancing academics with political life. Therefore, COVET students are basically being human, normal human beings who want to support and see one of theirs at the top. Ubuntu.
All right. So, Comrade Bold, you are a student from Kolanim, and Kolanim seems to appear as a very political, vibrant college. But for some reasons, we do not see the people from your college, particularly in quotes, the stakeholders, drumming support for you. Why? How? What happened?
Thank you. As a night, house, we set the pace. We win always. I'm a comrade, and I learn from best people. Kolanim has always participated in Funaabsu politics, and they have a good contribution when it comes to SUG president. And for you saying my college did not support, the last time I checked, they made a graphics for me, endorsement graphics, supporting me, the Kolanim stakeholders, and its executive, even the cabinet members serving presently. They did a graphics, and they broadcast it. So Kolanim is at my back. They are supporting me anytime, any day. That's a wrong notion. But before I leave, before I drop the mic, I will say Comrade Mesh is looking into my book. What's happening?
What did you say?
Mesh, they look into my book. They peep my book. Wait till happen now.
All right, Comrade Mesh, that could pass as infringement.
Mic,
please, take caution. Hello. The questions has not been sent to you now. Yeah, thank you. Comrade Mesh, I repeat, looking into his book is infringement. Please take caution.
Permit me, Mr. Moderator, to allow members of my team trend a picture now, and you will see who was looking into whose book. Thank you.
It's okay. Please, no rancor, very important. All right, Alake, please. Your question for them.
All right. It's a general question I want to throw to you all. Just 2 questions, and I think it's a very straight answer. Number 1 question is, on assuming office, what policy are you implementing, to create a change? What policy are you introducing, to create a change? Then the number 2 question, did you get the first question at all? Then the number 2 question is, what makes you the best candidate over the remaining 4 other candidates? So I think that is clear. Just 2 questions in one. 1 minute. 1 minute individually, please.
Greatest Funaabite. Greatest Funaabite. The first question, what policy are you implementing on assumption of office? Okay, Comrade Timodre told me to hold on for my manifesto, but one of the policies I will be implementing, if I emerge as the Funaabsu president, is making a project, Funaab Student Marketplace. This is an agricultural institution. It saddens my heart when I see FEY students or regular Funaabites selling stuffs, selling farm produce there's somewhere along ICT beside Motion Ground, which is meant to be a bus stop. But occasionally when I pass, I see FEY students selling farm produce. I will implement a project called Funaab Student Marketplace, where students, entrepreneurs can have slots and market themselves, market their produce.
Permit me to interject you.
All right, sir.
You served in the last administration.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you bring the idea forward?
There are Okay, thank you so much. There is a limit to which I can expand in my office. There's a limit to the PRO's office. That's one of the reasons I'm contesting for the Funaabsu president.
Okay.
The second question, please.
It's over.
All right, thank you very much. Firstly, as regards the policy to implement, like I'm promising Funaabite right now, that the first thing we need to resolve being in the archaic world and being in the innovation world is the fact that we need to connect Funaab. So that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm creating a platform that is going to connect all Funaabites. I see the stress the PRO goes through when he wants to send information to the student populace. Some people will be online at that particular time to receive it, while some won't be online. And once the information is dropped into, just scroll down and lost that information. So when we have a connected Funaab on a singular platform, let's say Funaab Connect, an application that allows the functionality of everything the SUG government wants to do to the student populace. The PRO can easily drop the information to the students. The president himself can easily access the students, and the members of the organization as well can easily access the president. So on that platform, we are going to have the connection done for all Funaabites to be together on a space.
Again, permit me to interject you. Are you telling us that an app is faster, closer, and reliable to WhatsApp?
Very well, sir.
Okay.
Let me tell you the distinction, sir.
Okay.
The distinction is that many Funaabites, there are several groups on WhatsApp.
Okay.
But on an app, it's not going to be on several groups. You receive it directly. So when you receive the notification directly, you search into it. So that's the distinction. So your market space, whatever thing you want as a Funaabite, your social world will be on Funaab Connect.
All right, thank you.
Much.
Thank you.
Yeah, my own policy is that when office of the president, or because online message can be lost. Instead of we having our message online on any app, we can quickly create a suggestion box whereby every week or every day. People can go there, drop whatever they want, and it will be logged in the evening. The other day to be checked, and any complaint from any angle, be it security or anything, it will be attended to, because documentation is very, very important. Even if you have it on your phone, you can lose your phone. But once you have documentation inside the suggestion box, you can go there and trash everything out and solve the problem.
Permit me as well to interject you. When was the last time you as a person used a suggestion box?
I was not aware there is suggestion box, that is why.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much. Greatest Funaabite. Is making promises. Because you can have plans and talk, but nothing can ever prepare you what you meet when you are sitting as the president. Therefore, you learn on the job. If you learn fast, good for you, then you're able to implement policies. What I will begin with is the basic problems of Funaabite. And one which I have identified is the toilets in the lecture rooms. These are things we can achieve by liaising with the school management. These are easily achievable goals, such that when we get in, we hit the ground running. Secondly, my powerful opponent here, Bade, said...
Your time is up. Thank you.
and information will be given to students on how
that to be a weakness for myself. How that I help to stay back, let other people grow as well. But when people lack to do whatever they need to do, I take it up, and that's what I call weakness for myself. Thank you.
To me, as my strength, I would say navigation and accessibility is my strength. And of course, I cannot identify my weakness. It is only Funaabite that can decide that. Thank you.
No, I would not take that because it's very important for a man to be self-aware.
If I'm commenting myself, definitely, or pointing out my weakness, definitely, I can't. Because you do say, Atupa can read the way. I cannot see that. Atupa can read the way. So it is only Funaabite that can tell me my weakness.
Greatest Nigerian students. From strength. Well, I've been privileged to serve in the judiciary and in the legislative arm. Therefore, I believe I am well experienced, especially in issues relating to the union. That's my strength. My weakness is that I come from a college where we do not have the numbers, but what we do not have in numbers, we more than make up in intellectual capacity. Thank you.
Sorry, my question is, as an individual.
As an individual.
As a person.
My weakness.
And your strength.
Well, permit me to quote, to err is human, and to forgive is divine.
Comrade Mesh, you do not need a caveat. What is your strength? What is your weakness? Your weakness.
Okay, my weakness is that I have a large heart, and people tend to exploit it most of the time. Thank you.
A brilliant question. For me, my strength is working with people, making sure that people are comfortable, making sure everybody around you live comfortably well, and quick response to issues that pertain to anybody. But weakness, weakness, what I say as weakness is that people believe that you do great things by great stature. I don't have big stature, but I'm bold, I'm capable. I have the experience to do greater things. Thank you.
All right. So, Tilapia, okay, sorry.
Greatest Funaabite. Greatest Funaabite. Thank you so much, moderator. My strength, I have this dialogue skill, conflict resolution skill, teamwork. Serving as the PRO, I coordinated PRs from each colleges, each department, HOCs of different departments. So it's not actually an easy task, but I did it successfully. And in the process, I learned well. I learned more. My weakness, I cannot really say my weakness. I can only pinpoint I'm an ulcer patient, health challenge, but I'm managing and controlling it. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Silence, please. Silence, please. Silence, please. Now let's face ourselves. Face off. As much as it is face off, don't forget our ground norm. Civility is of the essence. Please and please, let's respect ourselves. Comrade Tilapia. If my calculations were correct, you came out at a point where it was almost looking like we've already known only 4 aspirants. So if I'm going to ask you, perhaps you felt you are the best man for the job. However, peradventure tomorrow or next week rather, you do not win, peradventure in quotes. Whom among these young men do you think you can entrust your vote to on a normal ground and the ability to lead the union? Who among them?
I'm optimistic. I pray and hope I emerge. But as you've asked, I will vote for myself in the election. But then let's take your question. Peradventure, I never emerged. I'm open to work with each and any one of them that gets to emerge.
All right. No, hold on. The question is, who would you naturally entrust the union to among them?
As I've said earlier,
let's assume you are not an aspirant now. Who would you vote for?
I'm an aspirant now. So
let's assume you are not an aspirant. Who would you vote for?
The question is, I'm an aspirant, I will vote for myself.
Let's assume you are not an aspirant, Comrade Tilapia.
I would keep the answer to myself.
All right, thank you. The same question.
All right. Thank you very much for that question, sir. If I was not an aspirant in this current election, I won't vote any of these candidates.
All right.
I will find my candidates. Thank you. I would pick someone I feel capable and put into the race. That's what I would.
Hold on. These are the candidates. Are you saying you will find someone to vote for, or what did you say?
If I've seen someone better than myself, I won't be in the race at all from the onset.
So in a nutshell, there is none of them qualified enough to get your vote if
Yes,
you are
sir.
not an aspirant.
Yes, sir.
All right, Comrade Bold. Comrade Dreamer.
Beyond every noise in the air, I think I am the best candidate that is capable for the job. Definitely, I won't vote for any of them because I see them that they are not competent.
All right. Mesh.
Greatest Nigerian students. One thing I've learned over the years in leadership is to always keep an open mind. Politics is not a do or die affair. If God says I won't be able to contest this election, I will go back and have a retreat and probably not participate in the elections.
That means you are not going to be voting for any of them. None of them is qualified to have a vote.
I did not say none of them is qualified. I said I won't be voting because by virtue of the Constitution, everyone standing here is qualified to contest. So I won't.
If you are not an aspirant, you will not vote for any of them.
That's a different thing. There is no way I would have been an aspirant because Plato said one of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics.
Assuming you are not an aspirant, Comrade Mesh. Assuming you are not an aspirant, Comrade Mesh, who would you vote for? Who would you entrust the union?
That I will not participate in the election.
None of them is worthy of your vote. Thank you. Comrade Bold.
Assuming I'm not aspiring, who I will still vote for is Comrade Adaboluwatife that is among them.
Who?
Comrade Adaboluwatife Daniel.
Who's you?
Because he's capable.
You are not, we are assuming you as that Comrade Adaboluwatife, you are not an aspirant.
Okay, I will vote Bold.
Okay, Comrade Adaboluwatife is Bold. Now, that same comrade is not contesting. Who would you vote for?
That same comrade is not contesting. No man is capable for the job. I will rather sit down and
rest. I can sense the spirit of camaraderie in all of you. It is very existential. Well done. Now to the next round of the face-off. As we wrap up this debate, Comrade Drayman, what do you like about tilapia?
I have not observed him, so I can't say anything. I can't say anything about her. I buy him, rather. Okay. I can't say anything about him.
What do you dislike about him?
What do you say, sir?
What do you dislike about him?
I can't say because I have not observed him.
What do you like about Comrade Bade?
None. I didn't like anything about him.
You're saying you do not have any close relationship or distance relationship with him?
Not really.
All right. What about Mesh?
Nothing.
What about Comrade Bold?
I have not observed him.
Okay. So, here is it. You have not observed any of these young men. Comrade Bold served as the welfare director last session. Comrade Tilabia served as the PRO. Does it mean you have been far away from the union and you just decide you resurface this time to want to contest?
No. It's not that I'm far away, but I have not observed them.
All right.
We may be dealing together, but I may not observe them.
Okay. So Comrade Bade, answer the same question. for tilapia, for Drayman, for Bold and Mesh.
All right. Starting with tilapia, he's a fine boy.
He's a fine boy. All right.
And if peradventure I emerge as the president, I would like him to be part of the committee for socials and clubs.
Okay.
So starting with Comrade Drayman, he's very rugged. Very rugged.
Rugged.
And as the SUG president that will emerge, I would like him to be part of the committee that will work on transportation.
Okay.
For Comrade Mesh, I really respect him. He has these dialogue skills. As the president emerged, I would like him to be part of the committees that would be added to the special duties.
Okay.
For Comrade Dadabolo Atife as well, I like him for being straightforward. I've related with each and every one of these people. He's also a very respected comrade. He's very straightforward. And I can tell you that when I need to dialogue with the school management, I can always have him by my side. Thank you very much.
All right. Mesh.
Nigerian students.
The same question. What do you like about them?
Okay, one thing I like about tilapia is the fact that having collected the most fashionable student award in Funaab 2 times consecutively, I can see it reflecting in him. I'm rubbing off on him. He has started dressing better. For Dade, one thing I like about Dade is the fact that despite the state of discombobulation in his college, he still has the courage to want to come and occupy the office of the Student Union President. For Comrade Drayman, what I want to appreciate him for is the fact that he feels he does not need his college stakeholders and can achieve all through Christ who strengthens him. For Bold, I appreciate his height. Thank you.
All right, Bold. Bold. The same question.
Okay. For Comrade Tilapia, he's a colleague. But one thing I can say about him.
What you like about him?
Yeah, that I like about him. He is very good. He's a PR merchant. We served together and I received the SUG Best Executive Award. Thank you.
You served together and you received the best. SUG, so what are you commending about him?
Best executive, serving executive.
Who received that? Who is yourself? So what are you commending about Tilapia in that regard? Bold. What are you commending about Tilapia? It's not about the award.
He can broadcast very well.
He can
rebroadcast very well.
He can rebroadcast
very well.
All right. What do you like about Bade?
Bade is a good brother too, but he was unable to put his house in order.
All right. That's what you like about him. Drayman.
For Drayman, he's rugged, but he does not have experience and capability to serve. Thank you.
For Mesh.
Now fine boy. If you do socials, director of socials, that's all.
But he cannot do the president. Is that what you're saying?
He does not have what it takes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So who else? Who is Tilapia?
Greatest Funaabsu. Comrade Bade is a friend. I appreciate his sincerity. He's a brother to me. Comrade Drayman, he really needs to learn orderliness. And
that's what you like about him, Comrade Mesh.
Senator Mesh a brother to me, and a respected senator in the House, which I appreciate that fact. But there's a snag to it. All offices Senator Mesh has held were by appointment, not election. Let me cite an example. Senator Mesh contested for the office of the clerk in the previous administration, but he lost. His friends and senators.
Is that what you like about him?
He's a brother to me.
All right.
He's a well-respected senator.
Bold. Comrade Bold.
Bold said he received the award of Best ESCO. Bold is a friend. He's my dear comrade. But then, I was shocked when I saw him declared to contest for the office of the president. He almost got himself suspended while serving as the welfare.
It's okay. It's fine.
Misappropriation of funds.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's
embezzlement of souvenir funds.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So in the last minute, convince Funaabite why you should be the president. In the last minute, 1 minute each, convince Funaabite why you are the best man for the job. Starting from anybody.
I am Idouda Emmanuel by name, the 3 of the Operations Department, popularly, politically, intellectually, and socially referred to as Dreamer. Beyond every noises in the air, we are on a mission to take Funaabite to greater heights and drive Funab to next level. With my experience in accountability, transparency, and project delivery, we are ready to take Funaabite to greater heights. Let's work together into greatness.
All right, thank you. We run out of time. The next person, anyone?
Greatest Nigerian students, yo! Articulate Dada! Ever conscious go! Kulu Kulu! Dade is here to tell you that the best time ever Funaabsu can have a candidate who is ready to go alongside with the vision of every Funaabite is now. I present myself to you as that candidate that can ever bridge the gap between your dreams and your realities. I am telling you to be assured that with Bade, there will be growth for every Funaabite. There will be balance in our academics. There will be accountability. There will be diversity to your dreams, your visions, and everything that you represent. Thank you very much. Badelo!
All right, next person. Kulu Kulu. Next person. Or we round off. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of them are not ready to prove to us why they have decided
Once again, my name is Comrade Adekun Foluwamayowa, popularly and politically addressed as Tilapia. I'm the best candidate for the office of the Funaabsu president. Having served as the PRO in the previous administration, I've noticed challenges faced by Funaabite on a regular basis, on a daily basis. If I emerge as the president, I would work in conjunction with other elected union officers and school management. Agenda in my manifesto: empathy, having the feeling of an average Funaabite. There's no way I'll be able to serve you if I. Tilapia for Funaabsu president.
All right, thank you.
And the greatest. Articulate Baba. Daniel, popularly called Bold. I have the experience and capability to serve. I've once served as director of welfare and business. Experience and capacity is needed in the office of the student union president. It's not a place for you to test run. You are not to go there as a PR merchant. You have to vote for the right leader who is competent, who is capable, who has experience, who has what it takes, who will go all out, who will solve the problem of every student, who will listen to every student, who have that feedback mechanism. I'm bold. Bold is bold. Thank you.
All right. Greatest Nigerian students. Kulu reason I will give for you to vote me. It's from a typical example here. I have been able to control my followers. Therefore, controlling over 20,000 Funabites will not be hard, unlike some other candidates. My name remains powerful Senator Meshach Anthony Nwankwo. Vote Mesh for SUG President. We beat you! We beat you! We beat you!
All right.
Humanity!
All right.
Humanity!
All right, Senator. Before we go, finally, gentlemen, please and please, I appreciate you all. We appreciate you from all of us here, and I'm sure Funabites appreciate you. However, there's one thing I want us to practice. Hello, please, one house. Kulu kulu, please. Kulu kulu. Talk to your people.
Kulu kulu. Men, calm down.
All right. See, we all understand politics. But it is clear that all of you have been putting much energy into politics, more than the understanding of the configuration of its school. Trust me, after winning, you will now see what it takes to run the union. No matter what level you have served, it is one of the hardest jobs to do is to be the SUG president, because you have never been the SUG president. So please and please, I implore you, from this day forward, to go and learn practically, ask questions, be curious about the union, ask people questions, then get answers, so that you can arm yourself enough to deliver the best for Funabite. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much, fabulous Funabite. It's been a plumb pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege.
Everybody wanna play this in the melody. And you baby, them are ready to